Thank you all so much for joining in today. Namaste and welcome to the introduction of the Mudra classes, which we're going to be starting very soon. I mean, from tomorrow, in fact. So thank you all so much for joining in. And just welcome everyone's here. That's very good. And my daughter Pooja is there. Pooja, thank you and welcome. Welcome, Shavina, Shantai, Kinari.
Namaste to everyone.
Namaste, Namaste, Jana, Bhavna, Bharti, Sanya, Shalini,
Namaste.
everyone.
Namaste, Namaskaram, Vanakkam.
Namaskaram. Thank you all so much. Thanks a lot. Okay, so now I'll go straight to the point, but first of all, I want to just thank Amrishji for starting up with a beautiful flute to get the vibrations. Now just take a few deep breaths in and out, inhale and exhale. And let's start.
Before you start, make someone host so you're not disturbed.
Okay, fine. I'll just make you the co-host. Yeah, 1 second. Just 1 second. Okay. I'll have to go all the way. It's okay. I think I'll try. Yeah, but
It's okay. It's just if you don't want to be disturbed, then any of us can help you.
Yeah. Okay, fine. I make you the co-host. Okay. All right, Kinari, you're the co-host. So if you can. Okay, let's all start with the prayer first. Okay. Mirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Guru Namaha Tasmai Shri Guru Namaha Ma Saraswati Namastubhyam Varde Kamarupini Vidya Arambam Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada Namo Namaha Vakratunda Mahakayo Surya Koti Samastaha Nirvigna Kuru Me Deva Sarvakari Susarvata Om Shanti 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 Om. Okay, thank you all very much. Now, as you all know, today we are all meeting up to start up a very nice course on the mudras, and I will start sharing the screen straight away. So, I've got now mudras. I think most of you, when you hear the name mudra, you think it's just the hand gestures. Yes, it is also the hand gestures, but what is mudras? Mudras is actually, mudra means connection to the Panch Mahabhut, connection to the environment, connection to the inner self. All the connections is the mudras. Now, we're going to go through there are 5 types of mudras, but more we'll be going through only the Hast mudras more, and we're going to touch on the other mudras. Now, mudras, there are 5 types of mudras, which is the Mana Mudra. Man Yog Mudras means the head mudras, all to do with the face. And then you have the Kaya Mudras, which are the postural mudras. Then you have the Bandha Yoga Mudras, which are the lock mudras. Then you have the Adhar Mudras, which are the perennial mudras. Then Hast Mudras, which are the hand mudras. Now, in this course, I will be touching on the other 4, but not into that much detail. Depends on our time, depends how we go through, but more so on the Hast Mudras. Now, I'll just tell you what each one of the mudras mean. The Mana Mudra. Mana Mudra means the head mudras. And in Mana Mudra, Mana Mudras are commonly used in Kundalini Yoga. This is all to do with the Kundalini Shakti, arousing the Kundalini Shakti, which is...
Okay.
Yeah. Can you read this?
Quick question.
इसमें voice.
Please mute yourselves, please.
I have muted.
So the Man Mudras are commonly used in Kundalini Yoga. It involves the sensory organs like the eyes, the nose, the mouth, the ears, the tongue. Now, which are the common Mana Mudras? Mana Mudras are the Nasika Mudras, to do with the nose, the tongue. So the 5, which we do the Tan Matras, main to do with the Tan Matras. So you will be learning more into the in-depth about the Tan Matras. And the main Tan Matras are the eyes, the sense of touch, the sense of smelling, the sense of hearing, the sense of seeing, and the sense of this tasting. So these are the 5 Tan Matras. And we are born with these Tan Matras, and we need to develop the Tan Matras. So mainly it's the 5 Tan Matras and the Panch Mahaput. When these are imbalanced, then all the illnesses come in the body, and we are always affected with not only the illnesses, but depression, anxiety, our life goes haywire, things don't go right in our life, business, everything, So when you are internally balanced, then everything around externally gets balanced. But when you're not internally balanced, then automatically external, there isn't enough balance externally. Now, these are the, so it involves the organs, and then these are the Nasika Mudra, which is to do with the nose, Khechari Mudra, to do with the tongue, Shanmukhi Mudra, all tongue, mouth, nose, eyes, all of them together, Kaki Mudra, again with the tongue and the breathing, then Bhujangani Mudra, Akashi Mudra, Shambhavi Mudra is the 3rd eye chakra development, and Yumnani Mudra. These are the main ones which have got the Nasika Graha Drishti, how you do it, then the Khechari Mudra, then Shanmukhi Mudra, Kaki Mudra, Bhujangani Mudra, Akashi Mudra, Shambhavi Mudra, Yunmani Mudra, and then, so these are the main ones for the Mana Mudras.
Ma'am, please, again, Akashi Mudra, please explain again.
You know what? This is introduction. Each one during the
Okay,
course, I'm going to explain. So don't worry. I don't need to go through the details now. I'm just touching on the topics which we will be covering. Yeah. So, because if I start with the details, we won't finish the whole thing. Okay. But of course, in the course, this is all what we're going to be dealing with. Okay. All right. So,
sorry, ma'am.
No problem at all. No problem. Don't worry. And then the Kaya Mudras. These Kaya Mudras are the postural mudra. Postural mudra, there are 6 postural mudras. The Viprit Karni Mudra, Yog Mudra, Manduki Mudra, Tadiki Mudra, Pashini Mudra, and Prana Mudra. These are the main 6 postural mudras, which, so Viprit Karni Mudra, Yoga Mudra, Manduki Mudra, Tadaki Mudra, and Pashini Mudra, Prana Mudra. Okay. And then the Bandhas. So the number 3 types of mudras are the Bandhas. The Bandhas means lock. And these are also mudras. Usually, they told me do a course in the bandhas and the mudras. But it's not mudras. Bandhas is part of the mudras. Bandhas means lock. And these, I think most of you are yoga teachers and yoga experts, and you know. So these are used to lock our divine energy, prana, and redirect it into the Sushumna Nadi. So it's not wasted, because we waste our prana energy. Everything what we do, we breathe, everything, when we take in the breath, two things happen. It's diverted into into the Ida and Pingla, and goes right and into the Muladhara chakra and Kundalini, and the other breath, the breath goes into the lungs. So when you breathe, it's not just the breath you're taking, but you're taking both of the both. All right, so you're taking the prana in and you're taking the breath in. Okay, so these are used to lock our divine energies and redirect. It redirects them when you lock them, and then you can't just keep anything locked. Your divine energy, you can't keep it locked, you have to redirect it. So they're redirected into the Sushumna Nadi, which is the Nadi which connects you to the divine, the divinity. Okay, so these are applied at hands, feet, throat, abdomen, and the pelvic floor. These are the main ones which are, and the main bandhas are the Jalandhar Bandha, and then you have the Udan Bandha. Usually people always say it as Udyan Bandha, but it's not Udyan Bandha. It is Udan Bandha. The pronunciation Udan, I hardly hear it. Udan Vayu, Udan Bandha. And then the Udan, then you have the Mul Bandha, and you have the Mahabandha, then you have the Hasta Bandha, and you have the Pad Bandha. So all these bandhas are affiliated with locking the divine energy. Yeah. So that is what is about the bandhas. Now, what happens when you lock this energy and you redirect it? It awakens your Kundalini Shakti, yeah? So your divine Kundalini Shakti is aroused, and when your Kundalini Shakti is aroused, then you can feel the whole life changes, your health, your relationships, everything changes. So these are, as I said, Jalandhar, Udan, Mula, Mahabandha, Padbandha, and Hastbandha. So here we have something. Now you come to the Adhar Yog Mudras. What are the Adhar Yog Mudras? Adhar means support. Adhara. Dhara means flowing up from down. You have the Dhara, means also the waterfalls is known as Dhara because it moves from up to down. But when you have the energy flowing from down to up, it's called Adhara. Adhara. So it's like, I'll give you a nice vivid example. When Radharani in the spiritual world, the waterfalls are all going upwards. This is because, but when Radharani had to come to this world, then suddenly all the waterfalls changed direction and started moving downwards. So this, what we're doing is the perennial mudras. We have a lot of energy stored in our perineum, and we need to arouse it. We need to channel it up. And how do we channel it up? By the Adhara Yoga Mudras. What are the Adhara Yoga Mudras? Adhara means foundation, support, or tending downwards as they bring energy upwards from the lower centers to the brain. These mudras are applied at the pelvic floor, particularly at the urogenital organs, and harness the sexual energy. Now we all think, oh, sexual energy, you have this vivid idea in your mind that it is a man and a woman, a male and a female mating, coming together. But that's not, the sexual energy has got a very, very in-depth meaning. And it's not just by a man and a woman coming together or mating, but it's by a lot of things. When that sexual energy is aroused and taken upwards, that is where you can get into spirituality. There's a lot of difference between spirituality and religion. Religion at its side, maybe one day or in this, even if we have time, I'll give you a little differentiation between spirituality and religion. What does religion mean? What does spirituality mean? So you go to the highest stages of spiritual this thing by raising your sexual energy. Like imagine when a woman conceives, right? She doesn't make the bones and flesh and all that. It's automatic, but we use the word automatically. God has made it, yes. But how does it make? This sexual energy is so powerful that God has given you. God doesn't have time to, so he has given you this sexual energy, and that is what forms the mudras first, the chakras first, the bone, everything is formed. First, the astral body is formed. One of the lessons in this we do have is how the body is formed, right? In the mother's womb. And then how does it proceed further? Yeah. So that is what it is. So these mudras are applied to the pelvic floor. And so these are Vajroli Mudra or Sajoli Mudra, Ashwini Mudra, Mahabeda Mudra, and Mahaveda Mudra. These are the four main mudra of the, so Mahabeda Mudra, Vajroli Mudra, Mahaveda Mudra, and the Ashwini Mudra. And then the main one, which we're going to be dealing with in this course, is the Hast Yoga Mudras. So we're going to be touching on the other mudras, but main thing is going to be the Hast Yoga Mudras. And what are the Hast Yoga Mudras, and what is the Hast? What do you mean by Hast? Hast means the palms. Okay, so the palms is the Hast, and up and went down, the share screen went down. So the Hast means heart. We have so much divine energy in our hands. We don't even realize that how much we are holding. Your whole health is in your hands. Your wealth is in your hands. Your spirituality is in your hands. The divinity is in your hands. Your connection with your inner self is in your hands. Why? Because the 5 elements, earth, water, fire, air, and ether, all of these are basically in your hands. The Panch Mahabhut. This is called the Panch Mahabhut. And what are these Panch Mahabhut? Okay, first I'll just say Hast Mudras means sealing the energy. You seal that energy in from your hands because your hands are very, very powerful. These mudras are symbolic gestures by the hands that direct the flow of energy throughout the body, thus stimulating the energy centers and balancing a regular flow. So it balances the regular flow. Now, we're going to be dealing with about 65 hand gestures. These redirect the energy emanated by the hand back to the body. They generate a loop of energy that moves from brain and back to the body. We're going to be teaching, as I said, 65, and these are categorized into 4. Even these are categorized into 4. They're pranic, and how did they originate? Now, I'll go into a little history about it. Now, the history is that you see, Lord Shiva used to do the hand gestures, and I have a nice picture of Lord Shiva here. You see, so what happened? Lord Shiva, you see, Lord Shiva has all his hand gestures. This is the Sadashiv. Sadashiv is with 4 hands. So Lord Shiva used to always do his hand gestures, and again, he used to do the swar. And I told you, and many of you who have joined the swar yoga course, that Ma Parvati asked Lord Shiva that how are people going to be elevated in Kali Yuga? I mean, when you're just on the, because there'll be so many diseases and so many illnesses and so many problems after problems after problems. So that's the conversation between Lord Shiva and Ma Parvati is Shiv Swarodhi. In Shiv Swarodhi, he also mentions many of the mudras like Kaki Mudra, Shanmukhi Mudra, Vajroli Mudra, those many of Ashwini Mudra, all those mudras are mentioned in Shiv Swarote. And later, even the Hasta Mudras at many places, Lord Shiva has mentioned, but each one of them in detail, later on, he told Ma Parvati and the demigods, the god Lord Indra, Varun Dev, Vayu Dev, Agni Dev, and Akash Dev. They also went to Lord Shiva and they asked Lord Shiva, they prayed to Lord Shiva that how are we going to maintain in Kali Yuga when things become so haywire, people don't have time for anything, they're just up and down, very, very busy. They won't have time. So how do we balance, how do we keep? So that's why Lord Shiva explained to the demigods and to Ma Parvati about these mudras. So that is the history of the mudras. It all came. So it's not just coming from me to you or from one of the masters, but it goes a long way. It's a long way. So it is all to do with the 5 elements, Panch Mahabhut. Now, what are these Panch Mahabhut? Right? The Panch Mahabhut are basically the so the Panch Mahabhut are, anybody can say what are the Panch Mahabhut? Anybody can say what are the Panch Mahabhut?
5 elements of which the universe.
Agni, Vayu, Akash, Prithvi, Jal.
Very
यानी fire, air, ether, earth, water.
Yeah, earth, water, fire, air, and ether. Right? These are the Panch Mahabhut, means the 5 elements which govern the whole body. Our body, as I said, our astral body was made first, and then by the sexual energy, and that is what gave us the Panch Mahabhut: Agni, Vayu, Akash, Prithvi, and Jal. Okay, and the whole universe was created by this Panch Mahabhut. The whole universe, the whole creation started with Panch Mahabhut. So all these and Panch Mahabhut, Panch Tanmatras, the 5 Tanmatras, as I said, the senses, the 5 senses, the sense of hearing, the sense of smelling, the sense of speech, and the sense of taste, the sense of touch, and the sense of seeing. So Panch Mahabhut and Panch Tanmatras. We shall be going into the details about the Panch Mahabhut in this course. We should also be going in detail about the Panch Tanmatras. So the Tanmatras are very important, and because that is what first came at the time of conception of the fetus, the first thing that was created was the lungs, which are the Muladhara and the Swadhisthana. The Muladhara and the Swadhisthana chakras are the lungs of the astral body, right? And then from that, the Panch Mahabhut erupted because it's from the whole universe and is extracted into our body. And our body is also part of the universe. The whole universe, which is external, is also inside us. And balancing the Panch Mahabhut is so important. So everything is in our hands, as I said. Your health is in your hands. So this is the thumb, is the fire element, represents the fire. So the fire god, when he came, straight away, Lord Shiva said he will be staying in the thumb. Okay. When the air element was praying, right? Then Vayu Dev, Lord Shiva said he'll be staying in the first finger, index finger. When the Akash element came, but the first was Akash element actually, so the middle finger was formed first. In the womb, all the 5 fingers were not formed. Okay? The middle finger was formed first. So first, because the first tattva, which was created during the time of the universal creation, was the Akash tattva. And from there came the Vayu tattva. From the Vayu tattva came the Agni tattva. From Agni tattva came the Jal Tattva. From Jal Tattva came the Prithvi Tattva. So that is how each finger in the womb of the mother was also formed. And that is the order. So each and every demigod stay in that. Vayu Dev, in the morning when we do our yoga sadhana, we always say Om Varun Devaya Namaha, Vayu Devaya Namaha, Agni Devaya Namaha, Surya Devaya Namaha, Chandra Devaya. Jal Dev is called Varun Dev. So we need to balance these 5 elements in our body. And how do we balance it? By the touch. When you touch the tip of the finger to the thumb, okay, that is, I'll just show you very basic mudras today, and then we'll be going to many 65 mudras and all that during the course. So just touching, and you feel you're going to do Dhyan Mudra, right? Dhyan Mudra. So this is it's called the, which mudra, anybody? The first finger is the
Dhyan Mudra.
Dhyan Mudra.
Dhyan
Dhyan
Mudra.
Mudra.
Also called Vayu.
What? Yeah.
Vayu, then
Akash Mudra.
then
Prithvi Mudra.
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 Jal.
Jal Mudra. Okay. When you press it, what happens when you touch, it increases the energy. The energy goes upwards. So when you are down, when you need that energy level to increase, you are touching. But when you want it to decrease, you're pressing. So this is Jalondri Mudra. Then you come again. So each one, when you are pressing, so these are the pranic mudra. These 8, actually there are 13 main pranic mudras. So that is how you are dealing with your fingers and everything. Then there are many mudras which we'll be doing, but the main. So when you touch, is a different aspect. But then when you touch, some people just touch and they say how to touch, how much pressure to touch, how many minutes should you sit in that, which like some mudras only 5 minutes, some mudras only 3 minutes, some mudras 45 minutes, some mudras just instantly. So, it all depends on the timing is very important. Like I know as yoga students, you all have done about mudras. Okay, we sit in this mudra, we do this mudra, but what happens when you're touching this? What are you doing with the other 3 fingers? And sometimes you're doing this, sometimes you're doing this, some people are doing this, but accuracy is extremely important. So when we do the course, I'm not showing all that now. When we do the course, it is touching. What happens to the other 3 fingers? How are the other, because it's not just the touch. It's also how much energy is released or how much energy is blocked from the other 3 fingers is very, very important. But we always just go to one and that's it, and how many minutes, which one to do when, because certain mudras you shouldn't do, and under vertigo, under high blood pressure, you can't do certain mudras, which people still do it. And then they say, oh, those, I didn't find any difference, nothing happened to me. But it's very, very important, the touching. And that's now greatest mudra, which we all do, is we all don't know why we do Namaste, right? Many of us don't know, but Namaste is a mudra. This is a mudra. So when you do Namaste, what happens? All the 5 elements, right? Earth, water, fire, air, and ether from the right side and from the left side come together. When they come together, the divine inspiration is aroused. And when the divine inspiration is aroused, it's a mudra which is projecting goodness for the person whom we are saying Namaste. So sometimes you might just say Namaste and you don't like the person. Oh, I don't like this person, but I'm just saying Namaste. You don't know. You have already projected an extremely positive vibration and extremely positive energy towards that person. That is the reason for saying Namaste. And then people went to say hi and hello, but Namaste was originally, and now because of COVID, people can't shake hands. So people are back to Namaste. So but because this is, now when you do Namaste again, where are your elbows? Are they here? Are they here? Are you just doing this way? What are you doing? How are you doing? All that you'll be taught during the course. So each and every, just a simple mudra like Namaste Mudra, how do the fingers touch each other? Right? They should touch all. First you have to part, Then you have to bring it closer together so that Agni Dev, Vayu Dev, Akash Dev, Prithvi Dev, and Varun Dev, all of them are synchronized. All of them are being awakened, and you are calling the energies external and internal, as Babaji always used to say external energy, internal energy, one. Bahar seva, andar seva, ek. So all that energy comes together, and it's, it rotates around and is given to the person whom you're saying namaste to. So namaskaram, namaste is not just a gesture, but it has a very, very in-depth meaning. If you try to understand shoulders, how it should be, elbows, how they should be when you do namaste, not just, okay, namaste, this, that, but it's still, even if you do that, there's even some effect. It's not wasted. Nothing is wasted. No gestures are wasted. But sometimes, we are, when we're upset, we sit into this position, that position. So we know, but this is again the Ganesh Mudra, because we are thinking of Lord Ganesha, and when we do that, that is the Ganesh Mudra, but we don't realize. We just clasp our fingers, and when you're scared, you start doing that. And biting the nails. Biting the nails is also part of, depleting the mudra. It's all going downwards. When you bite your nails, again, that energy. Keeping long nails is against the Mudra therapy totally, because the long nails, you have to keep your nails really short. So if anybody does have long nails and you're joining the course, please cut your nails totally by tomorrow. So all that, because it's all to do with the energy which is all coming up from these little things. When I'm saying these little outlets here gives you so much energy. If you see, when we went to Gangotri and when we went to Yamunotri, I think, the whole of Ma Ganga and Gangotri is just a little sprout like that, little sprout. And the whole millions and millions and millions and millions of water is coming out from that, liters of water. Same as Yamunotri. When we climbed up, when we went to the Char Dham Yatra, climbed up on the horseback, we climbed all the way up. It was so tiring. It's right on the cliff, on the mountain. And when we reached there, I said, well, I thought it would be a big waterfalls where my Yamuna is, the Yamuna river is coming out. But it was just a little sprout, and the hot spring was coming out. And I said, is this? And he said, yeah, it's originated from a small sprout, but millions of liters of water is coming out. So this is what I'm saying in a nutshell, that this little outlets here gives you so much energy. They have so much meanings. In some mudras, you'll be pressing the upper nail. In some mudras, you'll be, pressing the lower nail. Why do you have these lines here? We think, oh, this, but each and every line is connected to your mudras. When you touch this, like the Gayatri mantra should always be started with this mudra, Om Bhurvashuno, and how to go about each and every mudra. When you do the Gayatri mantra, it is literally going through those mudras. So all this we will be learning in this course, and we still have 15 more minutes, but
I do my Gayatri mantra using those mudras, what you showed on the fingers.
Exactly. Wonderful.
So 3 times a day, you said, right? Morning, noon, and evening.
Yes. Yeah. That's it. Wonderful. That's really nice. That's because if you do that, it really brings a lot of, you can feel the difference.
I'm doing also.
Very nice. Great. So now I'll just go through some of the, so I've just gone through the 5 elements: earth, water, fire, air, and ether. Now I'll just go, the thumb is the fire. As I said, the ring finger represents earth element, and it's to do with the strength, vitality, and stability. The little finger is water and then youthfulness, and then how to reduce the excessive energy to the particular element and how to increase it. This even you will be learning during the course. So according to ancient wisdom, health is literally in your hands, as I said. Now, another thing, these Hast Mudras are the mother of all the therapies. You have so many touch therapies. This is part of a touch therapy, it's called. And you have so many, many millions of touch therapies, right? Like you have the acupressure, not millions, but sorry, acupressure, acupressure, acupuncture is a touch therapy as well, reflexology. Please mute, Rajiji. Maram therapy, neurology, so seed therapy, cup therapy, auriculotherapy, magnet therapy, hand reflex therapy, shiatsu, and massage. All these are hand touch therapies. But the Hast Mudras are the key to all, they're the mother of all the therapies, because they came directly from Lord Shiva. And all the other therapies are its branches, even the Maram therapy, you know, when you're touching, it's all to do with the touch with your fingers. If you're doing acupressure, you're all to do with the touch with the fingers. Pressure points are pressing here and here. What are you doing? You're giving literally your fire element to that part. Which are the points here? So all that, the Maram, you know, so this is because the four fingers and the thumb, of course, this I've already told you, all this I've already said. So, and imagine you have 5 fingers and you have 5 Panch Mahabhut. Because why did God make 5 fingers? Why didn't he not give you 6 fingers? Because there are 5 elements, Panch Devta, Panch Mahabhut Devta. And because this is affiliated with the Panch Mahabhut Devta, you have the 5 fingers. You have the, you know, Akash, Jal, Vayu, Prithvi, this already. And then you have the Pran Mudras. So now I'll just go into the basic mudras for the next 10 minutes. And then I'll go 5 minutes to questions, okay? The basic mudras are the Akash Mudra, the Jal Mudra, Vayu, Prithvi. So that is what we're going to be dealing with. 65 mudras. I'm going to tell you the names of all 65 mudras, and then we will go into the details starting from tomorrow. Okay, so then you have the Pran Mudras, Dhyan Mudra, Hriday Mudra, Surya Mudra, Ling Mudra, Gyan Mudra, Varun, Shunya Mudra, Apana Mudra, Hriday Apana Mudra, Garud Mudra, Lotus Mudra. Lotus is the then Pank Mudra, Pankaj Mudra. Sorry, Lotus is Pankaj Mudra, Udaan Mudra, Ganesh Mudra, Hakini Mudra. And then you have the Nag Mudra or the Sarp Mudra. Nag can also be called the sun. Then Pankya Mudra, okay, the Pankya Mudra we do sometimes, Matangi Mudra, Sadi Mudra, and then also Pan Mudra. Pan Mudra is this, very good for your sinuses, your headaches. And honestly, we've proved it to so many people when they have a severe headache, migraine, just do Pan Mudra for 15 minutes and you see your headache going down. Shakti Pan Mudra. So this is Pan Mudra. This is Shakti Pan Mudra. Looks like a leaf. Shant Mudra, quite peaceful state. Then the Pushpanjali Mudra, this one. Then Ushash Mudra. Okay. And then you have the Maha Prana Mudra, Mahashir Mudra, Garud Mudra, Kuber Mudra. Garud Mudra, I think I've already shown in the class, you know, going into Garud. Dharma Chakra Mudra, and you have the Namaste Mudra, Mukul Mudra, Agni Mudras, Matangini Mudra, Mastaki Mudras, and then you have the Shipan Mudra, Pushan Mudra, Mahitrak Mudra, Aditya Mudra, Pan Mudra, that's twice, so that's 566. Okay, Sahaj Shank Mudra and Shank Mudra. See, Shank Mudra is so important. You blow the Shank, but you have the Shank in your hands. You just have to put your thumb here and it looks like a shank, blowing of the shank. When you blow from this shank, you blow from that shank, opens up your lungs. When you blow from this shank, you see, what does it do? It opens up your prana. And then the prana Shakti starts ruling. The Sahaj Shank, then Jalondari Mudra. I just told you, some of them I just mentioned, but we'll go into the details. Apana Mudra, Vayan Mudra, Saman. So we have 5 Panch Mahabhut. We have Panch tattva, that's the tattva, and we have Panch Vayus. You will also be learning about the Vayus, like you have the Udan Vayu, Pran Vayu. Let me go through the Vayu after I've gone through the. So we have the Panch Vayus, then Saman Mudra, Yoni Mudra. Yoni Mudra is any, problems with the women, feminine problems, or even male prostatic problems. Even if I just show you the Yoni Mudra, you can see it looks like you. So each and every mudra, basically. You need some flexibility. See, this is Yoni Mudra. Now this looks just like the uterus of a woman. Okay, Yoni Mudra. Then Agni Shakti Pan Mudra. And the Sunshine Mudra to see the sun. Then you come to the Kidney Mudra for the kidneys, and excellent for any problems with the kidneys. Then Mushti Mudra, Mahatrik Mudra, Vitrag Mudra, Dharma Chakra Mudra, Antkaran Mudra, then the LLB Mudra, LLB is low blood pressure, then Mead Mudra, Abhay Mudra, and then the Sharan Mukti Mudra, Sharan Mukti, then you have the Mahapran Mukta, the Nirmal Mudra, Mahapran, and then Sahog Shank, then you have the Mahatrik Mudra, Aditya Mudra. Okay, so these are 66, but one is repeated, as I said, 65. So the basic mudras, 65 mudras are what we are going to be dealing with in this course. And then later on, when you have more time, we will be dealing with of course, I definitely am going to take the Vajroli Mudra, the Shanmukhi Mudra, the Shambhavi Mudra. Shambhavi Mudra, awakening the third.
Kidney Mudra.
Yeah, we're going to. We're going to be doing all those mudras during the course. The mudra is quite complicated, so I'll teach you during the course, right? It's a bit complicated. You see, you're supposed to do. So when I'm going to not, I just have very basic PowerPoint points, but we're going to be doing together. So, all right, Deepa, you to leave, no problem. We all are going to leave in the next 5 minutes. Okay, there's no problem. So 10 minutes. So these are the main mudras which you will be learning from in your kidney problem. This so many mudras you're learning, 65, and then you'll be going through Shambhavi. Shambhavi is an extremely, but first I'm going to take all the Hasta mudras, right? Then after all the Hasta mudras are finished, the hand gestures, and then we will go through the Mahamudra, the face mudras, Shanmukhi, I think most of them, but I want to go into details about the Shanmukhi and the Nasika Mudra and all that. And then, of course, I want to go very much into the detail about the Shambhavi Mudra and the Ashwini Mudra. We're going to have maybe a couple of lessons on Shambhavi Mudra, a couple of lessons on Ashwini Mudra, because these are very, very important. If you just do the mudras and you've not done your Shambhavi and you're not done your Ashwini, then it's not that effective. But the minute you do your Shambhavi Mudra and your Ashwini Mudra, you know them, it just brings you into inner. Now, when you do the Shanmukhi Mudra, again, Shanmukhi Mudra is very high. These are the three very high level mudras. But we will, after doing all the hand gestures, we will go into the depth of it. And then, it says you should not do them. And under the guidance of a guru, you should do this. Not just on your own, because if you do it wrongly, it can cause a little bit of, effects. Not the hand gestures, right, but the Kechari Mudra, Shanmukhi Mudra, Vajroli Mudra, the Shambhavi Mudra, and the Ashwini Mudra. So that's why I'll teach you in a very in-depth, but when you're ready to do it, I don't mind giving you one-to-one lesson, but do it correctly. If you're in Kenya, then we can even just do it here. So you can come to me and we can learn properly. Okay. So this is basic about today's class, just the main basis of all the mudras. Anybody? So now we only have 5 minutes. So 5 minutes, I leave it to questions. 7 minutes, so 5 minutes for questions and 3 minutes for any. So any questions? Anybody? About the course, the mudras, don't ask me questions about which mudra to do for what, because all that you will definitely be learning in the course. Yeah. So if you just let me know if you can.
Hi, my name is Meenu and I follow you on Facebook. This is my first time being live with you.
Okay, namaste, Mino. Nice.
Namaste.
to have you.
So
Welcome.
how to join the course? Join.
Okay, can you just very quickly type your number on the chat? Whoever is new, and we can add you to the group.
I think I joined
the group.
there is a group on WhatsApp, right?
Yes.
I think I joined with the link. I follow you on Facebook. So I think I joined the link with the Facebook. I think I just joined the group, like 15 lesson mudra course, right?
Yeah. Okay, 15 lessons. Yeah, okay, fine. All right, that's good then. I'll just check you out, and you can just put your name. This is Minu, and I'll just put you on another group we have, which is called the Prana Shakti group, which with all the other students. So I'll add you on the group as well. Okay. So we can
But we have not filled up the registration form because I tried to access the registration form. It takes us to the WhatsApp group. Do we have to do the registration form again?
Forms, yeah.
Yeah,
It's okay. You can start the course, and during the course, the 15 lessons, do fill in, because if you want to, mainly the registration is if you want the certificates. So if you want the certificate, do this. And of course, any other questions regarding anything else? Yeah, but if you know, during the 15 days anyway, I'll try to tell. I'm not doing the registration and all that. It's the International Federation for Yoga Professionals from Sadananji. I'll just ask him to rectify it.
Yeah, thank you. Very interesting.
Namaste, Doctor.
Namaste, Reggie. Namaste.
Could you also send the recording of today's session? Is it possible to do that?
I will definitely. I'll send it, but it's also connected to Facebook, so you can.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And this will be the time, like every day?
No,
or-
not 5 to 6. No, it'll be 4 to 5. I'm sorry. Today I had 1 hour ahead because, and then Tuesdays and Wednesdays, it will be, sorry, Tuesdays and, Tuesdays and Wednesdays will have morning class as well. So we'll have, we'll have the more of theory classes.
So I'm like, I'm not sure it will work with my timing here. Like this 1 hour I can join every day, like, you know, so it's going to be
only
7.
1 hour. I'm not going to exceed the time. Don't worry. There's not going to be any meditation or thing. As people are joining the first 5 minutes, Amrishji will play the flute. If the others have joined, they can just nicely listen to the live flute, and then the rest we will all, we'll start right on time and finish right on time. So don't worry. We are not going to go into too much.
No, I'm saying the time works for me 1 hour, but I don't know if there is a different time you are saying in the evening. If that won't.
No. Every day it's going to be the same 4 to 5, but the some theory practical classes Wednesday and Thursday, 9 to 10 in the morning. But if you can't, those are live on Facebook anyway, so you can.
Okay.
They're a part of our daily classes. Every day we have 9 to 10 Kenyan time.
Okay.
Yoga classes, but those 2 days I'll try to do more of the mudras. Yeah. But you can always catch it up on the recordings. That's absolutely fine.
Thank you.
All right. Any more questions, or we can just, Amrishji is gone, it seems. So, okay, we can just do a short 3-minute meditation. Pooja, do you want to say anything? Pooja? Huh? Pooja? No. Okay. Anybody else wants to say anything? Or has any questions, Claudia?
Ma, theory lessons also will be live on Facebook, na?
The theory lessons?
In case if the theory lessons in the evening, that will also be live at Facebook.
Yeah.
Not with the notes though.
In case if we miss out something.
But you will not have notes on Facebook. Facebook will not have notes, and if you do it just from, like, people are doing the course from the Facebook, if you're not registered, you'll not get a certificate. and you're not, so I won't have
Registration,
any-
I'll do it tomorrow.
no problem. Okay, all right. Any other
Sorry,
questions?
ma'am. How do we register again?
It's on the link. I'll send you the link on the group. You all have come on the group, so we'll just.
Oh,
send
yeah.
it. Okay.
That's
All
it?
right.
Just-
That's it. Yeah.
Okay, so just through the group.
send it.
Okay, all right. No
Yeah,
form
One
to
last
fill out.
question, the same meeting number will be there or there is a different meeting number?
Same,
for
no. Same one every day. It's all the
Okay.
time the same link. I've not
Okay.
changed my link. I don't,
Yeah,
So it's the
yes.
same one. Yeah. Okay. Just to make it easier for people. I don't like changing the links. All right. Okay. So we can just say a little bit prayer. Okay. Just a short prayer and we close the class. Palms together. Take a few deep breaths in and out. Inhale and exhale. Namaste Mudra. Press your palms, elbows straight into Namaste Mudra. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace be to all. Peace be to all. Peace be to all. Just rub your palms. Your palms against your eyes. Feel the energy from your palms, the 5 elements, absorb it in your body. Very, very gently. Okay, thank you. Bye. Thank you so much. This class was free, but I think the other class is, the whole course is only 2,000, I mean, very little for the donation for the cows. Okay, so we just put just to keep everybody on the track, it's just going to the Goshala, the donation, little donation. Okay. And
Okay, yeah, thank you, ma'am. But how do I send the donation?
I'm trying to figure out my PayPal account. I'll put the
Okay.
PayPal. Okay.
Okay,
Alright.
I will be glad to do my
Yeah.
donation. Thank
Just
you so
let's
much.
feed the cows. That's all.
Doctor,
Yes.
just one question.
Yes.
Tell me, if you put your fingers together in Namaste and your feet same way, your feet when you're praying.
Yeah,
That-
feet should be in Pad, you
increase
see, it's
the-
Pad Bandha and Hast Bandha. When we do the bandhas, Pad Bandha, Hast Bandha, they should be really
So we
pressed.
can pray together.
This elbow should be in one line. You're not doing
Okay.
this. You're doing this way, right? Elbow should be one line and shoulders straight. Shoulders not like this and you're not doing this. Okay. Yep.
Okay. So we can say our prayers that way, doctor?
Yeah.
Say our prayers that way with our feet together and
And
hands
exactly.
together?
Feet zipped up. Exactly. Yeah.
Does it increase the energy level?
It does. It boosts up the Mother Earth energy, the sun energy, the Surya. Your Surya, when you do I'll explain to you all that when you do the Surya, the Sunshine Mudra, and when we do about the Surya Mudra, Sunya Mudra, Surya Mudra, all this. Yeah? That's
felt
how
that-
the
yeah.
position should be. We'll be really,
I felt
we'll be
that
doing all
I
that
felt
in
that-
the
Okay.
lessons.
I felt
Yeah?
that inspiration about 6 months ago when I was doing
Oh, very nice.
while I was doing the chanting.
That's nice. That's very
Yes.
good.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. And don't worry, I'll finish dot on time, start 5 minutes after. Okay. All right. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye, everybody.
Thank you
So
so
much.
much.
Thank you, Mom.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Shavina. And the timing is okay for you, Shavina? Okay. Bye. I'll end the meeting there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ma. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Shalini. Hare Krishna. Bye. Thank you so much. Okay, bye.